We know planes are one of the top sources of air pollution, but now it's the air inside the planes themselves that are reportedly making people sick. A new report has a dire warning for flyers as doctors warn toxic fumes leaking into some plane cabins may be giving flyers brain damage.
Ladies and gentlemen, please breathe through your clothing. Stay low.
A new concern in the skies, toxic fumes leaking into airplane cabins. A new exclusive report from the Wall Street Journal exposing a sharp spike in incidents reported to the FAA. 7 times higher on Airbus A320s than on Boeing 737s. JetBlue and Spirit, both of which primarily use Airbus aircraft, have seen a 660% jump in these events since 2016. The problem centers on the bleed air system, air drawn through engines that can get contaminated when oil seals fail. When it happens, passengers and crew say the odor is unmistakable. They describe the smell as a wet dog or solvent-like.
But I'm like, I smell something. You start taking up. I was like, that smells like electrical something.
If there's an oil leak, if there's a hydraulic leak, it'll vaporize because the bleed air is extremely hot. I have absolutely no idea what they're breathing. It just depends on what that leak is. But again, not supposed to have this. There are seals that should be working, and clearly in many of these cases that we're hearing about, it's not happening.
There have been emergency landings, flight crews falling ill, even passengers using oxygen masks. The FAA confirms thousands of reports since 2010, but in a statement, it says it has strict cabin air standards, and studies have shown cabin air is as good as the air found in offices and homes, but it admits mechanical failures can let toxic fumes seep in. Critics point out there's no federal requirement for cabin air monitoring, even after decades of complaints.
We've actually had mishaps of guys and gals, aviators dying, passing out, getting sick, just being absolutely destroyed. The chickens are coming home to roost.
Airlines and plane makers have long minimized the risk.
If Uncle Sam knows aviators are getting sick, aviators are crashing and dying because of these bleed air issues, but they really haven't grounded the fleet. They're just kind of, oh, that's a problem, we should look into it. Well, the airlines ain't going to do anything about it. Boeing wears 2 hats. Boeing's a huge commercial airline and defense contractor. So one part of Boeing sees the other part just kind of shrugging. Hey, they're not coming after us. I guarantee you the commercial air side is doing the same thing.
But with new data and growing pressure, lawmakers and regulators may soon face a choice: disregard the danger or finally crack down on cabin air safety.
And FAA investigators did formally acknowledge that bleed air does contain toxic contaminants.